day 20 of 30 days of reading short stories with 10 days left. I've come back to Kafka and read a bunch of his really short stories that are like a paragraph or a page long, and then I jumped into one of his longer ones. So I wanted to highlight some of those shorter stories that I feel like are still worth searching for. Dresses is a snarky commentary on women's vanity. Trees is more about perspective. And A Window on the Street is about human connection, even at a distance. Oh, I also read The Passenger, which is about seeing a pretty lady and being compelled to write about it. It was a very boyish love at first sight type of story. It was really cute. And The Bridge was interesting because it leaves a lot more room for interpretation, but it's written from the perspective of a bridge. Before the Law, I believe, is in the trial, or like is an excerpt from the trial. And for some reason, I didn't expect it to work as well as it did. I actually really liked this as a short story and as its own separate thing. It's about a man asking for entry into the door of justice. And the doorkeeper is like, yeah, you can come in, just not now. And so he waits and waits. And after all these years, he finally realizes that no one else has tried to come to be granted entry. And is finally told why after asking. That's another one that I think holds you on to figure out what it's about until the very end, when these last few lines kind of finally feed it to you. And then after that, I finally went ahead and read The Penal Colony. And this felt like it was written in the similar vein of the trial. You know, I feel like a lot of his stories are split up either between metamorphosis or trial, because it's either more poetic or more political, and this was definitely more political. And I'm kind of starting to feel like I'm not really into his more political stories. And it's not that I'm against them, they don't resonate with me. It's about a torture machine that has long gone out of use, and the officer is trying to explain to the visitor just the camaraderie the torture used to bring around the community, and he's reflecting on it and just desperately trying to convince the visitor why he is right. So yeah, I think next time I pick this up, I'm gonna have to really set a good amount of time aside so I can find those stories that are really gonna resonate with me now that I'm figuring out what I like and don't like about Kafka.